Hi everybody and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video and gameplay. So the expansion is finally here, and as I promised, I wanted to create a deck around the Ballistic Bot. I created a video with potential decks that I wanted to create as soon as the expansion came out, and the first one was with the Ballistic Bot. The Ballistic Bot is a new card that has been introduced this expansion with Victor. He is a Victor follower. He has the Augment ability, which means that he is granted +1 for every time you play a created card, which works really well in this sort of concept with Sejuani Teemo because we've got these mushrooms that we're going to be producing. But on top of that, he himself creates ignitions. Ignitions deal 1 damage to the enemy Nexus, and that's really important because this is a guaranteed 1 damage each round this Ballistic Bot is out, and is going to help us level up our Sejuani super fast. It's reliable damage, and then on top of that as well, it's a spell, so it synergizes with the Starlit Seer and the Puffcap Peddler. And with Shared Spoils, this is a card that we may have had a little bit of trouble including into this deck just because of the consistency of being able to play this and get his Plunder ability off, but with the Ballistic Bot, this makes all sorts of sense. So we are including quite a bit of spells in this deck. We've got mushrooms, we've got card creation, we've got protection for our units as well. So yeah, so let's talk about the start of the game. When we mulligan, we want to be mulliganing pretty aggressively for our early game cards. So Teemo Ballistic Bot, clump once every once in a while, but we want kind of our engines more. So Starlit Seer, Puffcap Peddler, those 4 cards are really important. Teemo is going to be able to get down on turn 1, which is also important because he's elusive. We're going to get that damage proc turn 1 for Sejuani, and then we can kind of just play on curve the rest of our cards the next round. So Ballistic Bot, Starlit Seer, Puffcap Peddler. We want to be able to get these mushrooms into the deck, start getting those gathered up, and yeah, later on in the game, once we've gotten quite a bit of value out of Ballistic Bot, we can kill him off. He could have a decent attack stat, so he's going to be able to trade into some pretty big cards. And yeah, at that point we can just rely on our mushrooms to level up Sejuani, and then also once she's leveled up and on the board, we're going to be able to proc her ability and frostbite all of our enemies. So yeah, that is basically the gist of this deck. It's been super fun to play. I've had quite a bit of success with it. Yeah, I really enjoy playing it, buffing up my cards, and getting some pretty big units out, especially Teemo and Sejuani, and winning the game. So if you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Alright, we're playing against Soraka, Tahm, Kench. I don't think we... Well, actually, if we can get enough puff caps into this deck, we actually might do okay against it just because they draw a lot. This opening hand's actually okay. I don't mind this at all. We got spells. We've got Puffcap Peddler, we got the Starlit Seer. As soon as he puts out Tahm Kench, he's going to be going for the Puffcap Peddler, I think. So the best case scenario is that he does not draw Tahm Kench by turn 4. But yeah, this hand is looking pretty good. I get spells with Ballistic Bot and Clump of Wumps, and then the Puffcap Peddler. The problem is playing all these on curve might not work out too well for me. So yeah, we're going to see what happens here. Draw potential is pretty good. If I've got elusive units, he does have the Boxtopus, which could be kind of hard to deal with, unless I get something like a Mystic Shot. Alright, double Starlit Seer. Crusty Codger is usually the turn 1 play, so there it is. Gonna pass here. I wouldn't be surprised if he open attacks this next round as well. Yeah, it's fine. I think we just go for the Ballistic Bot. We're going to play Starlit Seer this next round. Start buffing up our units. Okay, so it doesn't look like he's got Star Spring either. We're going to go with Starlit Seer over the Puffcap Peddler. This is going to also allow us to use mana for Mystic Shot if we needed. Doesn't look like he's got anything else here. So turn 3, we're starting to damage our opponent. We got a buffed up Sejuani here, which is pretty good. I'm going to use Ignition first. This isn't too bad. I imagine he pulls the Starlit Seer with his Boxtopus, and I imagine he heals it up too, yeah. Why wouldn't he? We do have a second Starlit Seer. I think we end up just letting this go through though. He didn't attack with the Crusty Conch. Anyway, let's go for another Starlit Seer here. And we'll end the round. Not too bad. We're just going to start out with Ignition again. We're at 3 of 5 for Sejuani. Let's go with Shared Spoils. Pretty good card. I'm going to say okay. I want to force him to do something here. So there goes the Star Springs. So he doesn't have enough mana to play Tahm Kench. Let's go ahead with the Puffcap Peddler. See which one he actually decides to attack here. I'm gonna make him waste the mana. We want him to level up his Soraka here. Well, we want to start getting these Puffcaps into his deck as soon as possible. That's going to be hard for him to have enough damage here. I would have been fairly surprised. Alright, let's go ahead and go for another Ignition here. Sejuani is at 4 of 5. Okay, Tahm Kench comes down. Let's go ahead and with the Clump of Lumps here. Yeah, like I said, we want him to draw. We want him to cycle through his deck. Alright, so we do have enough for Sejuani. Go ahead, this will level her up. There's no way for him to deny this either. Eight Puffcaps. He's gonna get impatient. Or not. What are the chances that he's got Astral Protection? 3 damage, that's pretty nice. He's gonna save this with Astral Protection. Almost guaranteed here. Or Hush, I mean that's fine too I guess. He doesn't kill my unit. Which is nice. Ooh. Man, he's just drawing cards though. It's dangerous, my friend. I'm gonna go like this. And I'm okay with letting this Boxtopus go, I think, or the Starlit Seer go. Alright, who do I want? Do I want to copy somebody? We're just gonna use Ignition. What's he at here? 6 of 22. I'm gonna go with Chump Wump here. He's worried I have Fury of the North. So he's gonna be really non-committal here, which is fine.
That's a harvest right there.
What could he possibly have here, besides something like Astral Protection? Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think it's time to play the Sejuani. We do have a Fury of the North. There's a good chance he's got Hush though. But whatever he does here, so if he decides to eat this, right, like I'm dealing a ton of damage to him, plus he's vulnerable, so. Okay, that's a slow speed spell. It's only got one. Alright, we're gonna attack like this. I actually might should have attacked with everything, but we're attacking like this because well, he just drew it anyway. That did not work out too well for him. I'm gonna try to kill this Soraka.
Every step, a new journey.
11 of 22. Okay, that's fine. We have enough damage to Nexus here to actually beat him if he ends up drawing, and he just lost, so. There we go, got exactly the amount we needed. Probably could have played that a little better, but I see the potential with this deck. A lot of random damage as well. That Tahm Kench is kind of annoying because it does prevent me from playing my champions when I want to, especially the buffed ones. It really sucks to get those eaten up, especially if he's got a way to protect his units. We're going against Lee Sin, Riven. Lee Sin and Riven. This could be kind of a hard matchup for us. Any sort of control deck is kind of a hard matchup, I think. Alright, let's go ahead. I'm going to get rid of everything. I would like a better curve here. Clump of Lumps is better than nothing. I would have liked to see Ballistic Bot, so let's see if we can draw one of those. There we go. We summoned it. Alright, so we are definitely going to play that this round. Let's go ahead. We can block into this spiderling, I believe. Which is fine. Alright, yeah, we're going to start producing these ignitions. So let's go ahead. I think we're just going to start off with the ignition. Pretty easy here. We don't have any Starlit Seer in hand. I would have played that first. Start leveling up Sejuani. We've also got Troll Chant to protect our unit if we need to. Okay, and I'm fine with taking this pass here. We got a decent amount of spells in hand, so I'm okay with using some of my spell mana here, or carrying it over. Alright, let's go ahead with this ignition again. This is really great. I really like how this helps us with our Sejuani level up. And I think we go with shared spoils here. We pick up a Sejuani. I'm going to say okay. Again, I'm going to let him, if he wants, waste all this mana. 5 mana spell, that's fine by me. Let's go ahead and just play Clump of Wumps here. Alright, Teemo's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead with the Teemo. If he wants to spend a lot of mana to get rid of this guy, that's fine. I've even got Troll Chant to protect him, as long as it's not anything like Anoxian Fervor, so... right. Let's go ahead with an Ignition. He gets Challenger first. What are we at with Sejuani? 3 of 5? Is it worth attacking with the Ballistic Bot? Probably not. Actually, I think it is, to be honest. We can use Troll Chant. Really? That is definitely not the right move. Okay, that's fine. Perfectly fine with that. He's going to get Challenger and be able to get this Teemo, I think. We can probably use Sejuani, though, this round to stop him. What's he at? 3 of 8? It doesn't help us too much. Yeah, we probably have to let this go through, to be honest. We lose the Teemo. He did deal some damage for us. 3 of 8. I think we did get enough out of the Ballistic Bot. I feel like it was a pretty decent use. We were going to be able to deal the Nexus quite a bit of damage here. And let's just... pinned even here. There's a chance that I can get a mushroom drawn this next round. There's about a 30% chance, a little more than that, but didn't get it. Darn it.
Carved from the savage cold.
Okay, we've got enough for Fury of the North. That's pretty important here.
The old tongues are spoken in blood.
This is fine. Oh, that's not fine. Actually, you know what? Yes, it is. What are the chances he's got 2 more Ravenous Flocks in hand? Awesome. That's really good. Take out the Lee Sin. I do wish I'd leveled up my Sejuani there. That's the one downside. So let's see if we get a Puff Cap. No Puff Cap still. Ah, man. Alright, that tells me he doesn't have a Lee Sin in hand. There we go. Okay, we got him to draw 1. Level up our Sejuani.
Fight for your lives.
We swim within the flows of magic.
Let's go with the Puff Cap Peddler.
Or once, am I right? Engulf them.
Okay.
Fight like the animal you are.
They grow up so fast.
That's actually kind of a cool interaction with the River Shaper.
What form will the waters take?
Let's see if we can... Okay, that's fine. I'm glad I didn't block with the Sejuani. He really had to use a lot of spells in order for that to actually go through. Alright, come on, man. Let's draw one. Oh, my goodness. No luck.
Secure me tail. Start the day. Words of power linger in pay dirt.
I'm not going to attack with Sejuani. I'm going to use her as a frostbite enabler. Oh my gosh, friend. What are you doing? Yeah, he just realized. Okay, there we go. Got the win there. Managed to kill the Lee Sin as well, which was fairly important. Got that out of the way. And managed to win the game with Sejuani, leveling up pretty quickly there.